Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championship.
Luke, congratulations. The title defence is underway. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, I mean, very happy with the performance. Definitely didn't feel like a 101.5, but yeah, a win's a win, and that's the hardest game out of the way.
What was it like to walk on as reigning champion and world #1 for the first time at Alexandra Palace?
Yeah, it felt very special, and obviously, like I said, leading up to this tournament, this is my first ever PDC tournament, so it holds a lot of memories here. But yeah, like I said, hardest game out of the way, and we come back in 10 days.
And you said last year that the game against Ryan Meikle was one of the most nervous and hardest games you faced. How was it this year? How did it compare? Because you looked a lot more composed on the stage.
Yeah, I mean, leading up to it, I was just, even when I woke up this morning, I was excited. I knew I was getting back on stage in front of the fans. So I didn't put too much pressure on myself, and my performance shows.
And it's 101 average and 64% on the doubles. Is this a statement display of your title defence to come, or do you think you can get even better than this?
Yeah, I mean, coming into the match, I weren't bothered if I made a statement or what. I just wanted to get past the first round. And like I said, the performance definitely didn't feel like it, but I'll take all the positives.
Luke, well played. You look like you really enjoyed yourself up there and were soaking it in a little bit more than perhaps we've seen you do in the past. Yeah,
I mean, I was just wanted to win. I wanted to have a bit of fun up there, as I always do. But I didn't think there was too much fun going on up there. It was all business. I just wanted to get past that first round, which I have done.
Did you do anything different in the build-up in terms of actually being able to just take 1 or 2 seconds to look round and celebrate in a different way or whatever? Did you do anything different in the last few weeks to try and get yourself to that point?
Yeah, I mean, not really. It's just the same as what I always do, just chill out, play on my Xbox. But building up to it, I was in Norwich, down to Croydon, down to Portsmouth, so I was a bit exhausted from them 3 exhibitions, but the exhibitions, they keep you going. I was also in Finland with Van Gerwen, had 2 brilliant games with him. Had a brilliant game with Nathan Aspinall at one of the exhibitions. And yeah, just chilled out, leading up to it.
Is it a case of not dwelling too much then on what you've done tonight for the next few days?
I won't look back at it. It's just job done. Very happy with the performance. I think I'll chill now until Tuesday. Go watch Man United on Monday against Bournemouth, and then after that I'll put a few hours in.
Enjoy. Well done, Luke.
Thank you.
Luke, congratulations. What was the like today, driving up the hill, seeing the Palace again for the first time since winning it last year? Yeah,
I mean, it's the same, innit? The green lights, but driving up the hill, that's one of the most exciting parts. I wouldn't want to walk up it, that's for sure. But yeah, just very happy that I got the job done and I can come back in 10 days' time.
We know in the build-up to this, a lot was made of no one's defended this for a decade. Does that inspire you even more to add your name to that very exclusive club of people to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not putting any pressure on myself, but I'd obviously like to do it. Obviously, the extra game, it's out the way now, obviously, with the 32 players coming in. But yeah, just very happy with the performance tonight. And whether it's Mario or Davey, then I'll be ready for him.
Everyone's talking about a potential game against Gezi in that quarter-final. Everyone's looking at the games thinking that you should tick them off. Is that one that would excite you, playing Gezi on this stage?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've seen a few. I've seen it today. I wasn't going to read it, but I had a little read of obviously who I could meet. But just taking it back to my first World Championships, just take it game by game, see what happens. Nice one.
Luke, well done tonight. How does the feeling differ up on that stage, being the reigning world champion? Does it feel any different to you at all?
Yeah, I think this is obviously one of the biggest stages of them all. It's different to them all. But yeah, I think tonight obviously it went well. But coming back here, it's got a special place in my heart, and I'm glad to get another victory here.
Do you feel like you're quite an experienced player up on that stage now? You've only lost 1 game up there. You've had 2 amazing runs, 1 to a win, 1 to a final. Do you feel experienced on that stage? Do you feel ready? Yeah, obviously I'm very experienced. Up and down. Obviously the schedule and all the other majors, but this it's special. And like I said, just glad to get another win, and I'll be back in 10 days. You're obviously a fairly heavy favourite to retain your title. Who do you see as your main rivals for that title in the next 3 weeks or so? Yeah,
obviously there's a lot of... Everyone's a rival to you. It's the World Championships, anything can happen. And if I'm not on my A game, then I'm not going to win. So I've always got to make sure and playing well. But obviously, I think the biggest game would be Gezi if we was to meet in that quarter-final.
Luke, well done on the win today. I was watching Lakeside and Scott Mitchell was on comms and he said the hardest game as a world champion wasn't the final for him, it was the first game the year after. What was it like for you comparing to the pressures to the final against Van Geuren to going up as the defending champion tonight?
Yeah, obviously it's different. Obviously last game here was a final, which I did win, and obviously you got to come back and you got to try and do it all again, start from the first round now, not the second. But yeah, just glad to get that win.
And speaking of Lakeside, it's a bit like deja vu. 2 years ago, we saw you, 16-year-old Luke Littler, making a world final, and not long ago, Mitchell Laurie, 15-year-old, making the world final at Lakeside. What do you make of what he's doing? What advice would you give him to try and stay on the right path? Because obviously everybody's already talking about him and saying next Littler, etc. Yeah,
I mean, obviously Mitchell's doing his thing. He's playing well. He's got a good family around him. Obviously glad Target have got him on board. No one else has got him. But yeah, he's just got to keep at it. Obviously, he's still so young. And then with him only being 15, he'll be itching to turn 16 and then go on a development tour. He's going to cause some damage. But yeah, he's doing great things. And one thing I like what he said he's Mitchell Laurie, not Luke Littler.
Have you ever spoken to him?
Yeah, I've seen him twice. Twice when I went over to Gibraltar for the JDC. Obviously, well, back then he was 13. But I can tell you now he's grown up quite a lot.
Cheers, Luke. Thank you. Well done today.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Luke. Was that exactly what you needed as a first game? Because Darius did test you at least for the first couple of sets.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, me and Darius, we had our awful moments in there. Obviously, I think he hit 27 twice, 28 once, or something like that. I just had to try and put that pressure on him. But the first two sets, 3-2, could have gone either way. But just glad to get the win.
And do you feel any extra pressure on your shoulders now, not only being the reigning world champion, but now the newly crowned #1 as well?
Yeah, not really. Obviously, there was a bit of nerves there, but once I got that first set out of the way, second set out of the way, I was pretty relaxed. Obviously, still a few slack darts in there, but I can always pick up on that. But yeah, Darius played his part, and obviously he's back on tour next year.
And obviously we've got a long way to go yet, but a lot of world champions say winning it for the second time is even more special than the first. Just how much would it mean to you to win that second title? Yeah, obviously winning that second title is it's a big thing. You're obviously a two-time champion, but I think going back to back would be that much sweeter. Thanks, Luke.
Nice one. Thank you.
Yep. Luke, you had to come through deciding legs twice today, and like at the Grand Prix, it felt like, okay, you were dominating them, you were finding the right things in that moment. What makes you just do that in those deciding moments? Yeah,
I think I look back on the Luke Humphries final at the Grand Prix. Obviously, the first 4 sets went to a decider at 2-2, and I managed to win them all. I was just thinking to myself, at 2-2, you've been in this similar situation before, so I can go on and do it again, and that definitely helped me pick up them first 2 sets.
How much attention was on you before that tournament? How many phone calls, media requests and things like that did you get, and how do you handle those things right now at the moment? Yeah, obviously us players, we obviously do our media bits. We speak to whoever we need to, whoever we get asked to. Obviously I've done a few videos and shoots for the sponsors and stuff like that. But yeah, once that's all out the way, we're here now, and we're here to play darts and do my job. You play now for 2 years on the PDC Tour. You are #1 in the world. You have won so many titles already. How many times do you maybe ask yourself, well, is this a dream? Will I wake up once? Or how is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy what I've done. And I've said to my family, we're still on this crazy roller coaster. And as long as I keep playing well and they keep backing me, then we're still going to be on this roller coaster until it ends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Luke. Congrats. I think you took your chances quite well in this game. I remember the double 20 to win the first set. After that, I think you made a special move with your hands. What was it about, actually?
Did I? I was
Yeah,
just
something like.
I was just celebrating.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do because it was such a good shot. I was just like, yeah, 1-0 up. I didn't know what to do. But yeah, I think the 76 to go 1-0 up was definitely a crucial shot.
It kind of meant something to you to win this first set and to keep going for after.
Yeah, definitely. As well as Darius obviously played his part, but that first set against the darts, Darius won the bull up in the back room. It was crucial to obviously break his throw and come off after the break 1-0 up.
Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championship.
To change your